Yo, how was your weekend?
Yellow. Hello, Oak. How are you? Thank you so much for 55 months. What late craziness is this? Is it that crazy? Is it? We're doing the solar-powered keyboard. Yeah, that's interesting, man. This one's weird. Extra crisp. Thank you, dude.
Alex, it's so late. How are you gonna charge this solar-powered board in the dark?
Dude, actually, I read that it just needs a little bit of ambient light. It's actually a pretty cool project. Hello! What time do you call this? It's 2 a.m. I just got into bed and I have to watch this? You don't have to if you don't want to. Watching some of the new Witcher season? Is that with Liam Hemsworth? How is that? What's the case on the left under your shelf? Oh, this guy? This one? Oh, this is... I don't know how to really explain this. I kind of use it as like a little important cable thing. I keep this in here, and then usually you can kind of see the imprint. Usually I have my SD card in here, and then I keep some cards underneath this, and then I've also made it so when I do some moving around, or if I have to take this around, I slot this into it. It has like Velcro that you can move these things around, but it also, this part actually sucks. It has a USB-C here, which you can use this as a wireless charger for your phone, but because these modern phones are all pretty trash and they have these terrible phone bumps, this doesn't really work super great. And it needs to kind of be like this or it won't charge. And I don't know if you can kind of see this, but it doesn't actually make contact with the bottom of this thing. See this? Oh, dude, there we go. See this? See how it doesn't actually make contact because of the phone bump? The camera bump there? So it's pretty cool. Like, I like the concept of this thing, but yeah, it has its flaws. But it is nice. It's like visually aesthetic, and it keeps everything like tidy if you have lots of cables and stuff. But I would say that's really about it. I don't really love it for everything else. It doesn't see as much use as I thought it would, use. Camera bump and wireless charging don't really go hand in hand. Yeah, and that's kind of where I feel like Apple forces you to buy a phone case that becomes flush with everything, which is kind of irritating. But I don't know. I don't know the way around a phone bump. Although, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, guys. Can we get a link to the playlist? It's just, what playlist is this? This is just, hold on 1 second. I'll tell you here in a moment. Epidemic Sound. I just typed in, classic jazz. Case bump to balance out the phone bump. Yeah, I have to go to Apple soon anyways, so I was actually considering buying a phone case soon. Not because I want one, just because I feel like I want to use some of my wireless charging stuff, and it's kind of irritating me that I can't. So, that's it. Hello, Mechanical Mustachio Man. Hello! Also, Chris, thank you so much for the sub. Sure. So nice.
It's been 2 years already.
Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate the tier 3. Love you, buddy. I just gave up on a wireless charging. I have a spot on my desk, and a stand on my shelf, and a pocket on my bed to manage the cable. Dude, I just use cables. The wireless charging is handy sometimes, but it's okay. I just run a clear one from Amazon with a magnet on the back. I just don't like the thickness of having the phone case. So, I don't really listen to jazz like that, DJ. So, I kind of just like randomly put on music. I'm not really a music guy. Like, I love music, but I don't really go out of my way to, like, listen to stuff these days, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, you just want to see the keyboard. Actually, wait, before that, how was your weekend, guys? I did some cleaning, and then we spent some time out of the city for like a day or two. And then I cleaned some more. But then I did some work, and now
Happy
I have to
Sunday,
reclean.
Alex.
Never ends, bro.
I showed my girlfriend your stream and she told me she found your streams very relaxing to watch.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that shit, bro. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. I try my best. But yeah, dude, the one thing I do that I need to work on so bad. The moment I work, it's like a hurricane. I don't fully understand, but like I don't know if it's just like my brain, the way it processes things is different, bro. But I don't know, dude. Pocket, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate you, man. The Jays game was unfortunate. So I don't really watch sports. I understand baseball, but I did watch the last game and a half of baseball. Will say, the culls and some of that stuff, and I don't mean to start a sports discussion because I'm going to fall behind very quickly. The culls from someone who doesn't watch sports made me scratch my head. So, Toby, did you send me a DM right now, buddy? I would love to go look. Where'd you send this to me, Toby? On Discord? They gave LA a run for their money, which was a huge surprise overall. Again, I don't know if LA is normally a good team or not, which I'm assuming most people have said that, so I'm assuming LA has been a good team. But yeah, I would say, like, just calls in general, like, kind of making me scratch my head as someone who doesn't really watch. And, like, I don't know any of the players either, you know? So, at the end of the day, yeah, like what Utterly just said, plus, I think, from an entertainment perspective, bro, how could you... Like, I don't watch sports. I normally don't even care too much. But I will say, it was entertaining watching the last game or two. And I think at the end of the day, if you're just happy and you're entertained, regardless of who won and who didn't win, if everyone, like, had a good time doing it, dude, that's literally what it is. That's what it should be anyways. If you had stake in the team, like if you had, like, I don't know, if you personally knew the guys, or, you know, I think it's different. You know, maybe you could be like, ah, shucks, like I knew that guy and he had his heart. And even if you didn't know him, I guess you could say that. But like at the end of the day, like as a viewer of these things, it's entertaining, right? And I think like if everyone just comes together and is entertained and is happy watching those type of things and doesn't turn it into something like truly negative, you know what I mean? If you bet on the Blue Jays, you wouldn't have enjoyed it. Yeah, well, that's a whole other conversation. That one there is a whole other type of thing. And Toby, let me go look right now. Let me go see, brother. Let's go see. I feel like my camera got shifted again. I didn't even touch it all weekend. I don't get it. Oh, that's me talking. Why can I not make this screen minimized? I don't get it. Here we go. Alright, let's go see what Toby said. Dude. Sure. Thank you so much for the 10 tier 1s, man. That's very kind of you, bro. Dude. Oh, Toby. Sorry, dude. Honestly, Toby, I rarely check Twitch DMs. Can you, Toby, is it possible to talk to you on Discord? Can I add you on Discord, or can you add me, just Alexotos? Yes, I remember you wanted me to give you the box dimensions to that. Why am I missing a key on this keyboard? Oh, I know why. I know why I'm missing a key. Should have saved gifted subs for giveaways. That'll probably be like next week. I need to recoup like some boxes. I'm completely out of boxes. So I probably won't do giveaways for like a week or two. I packed all the giveaways. Dude. It's not even boxes are hella expensive now. There would be tons of giveaways, but boxes are expensive, and then if I order boxes, it has to be bulk. I cannot fit bulk in my place. So I can maybe fit like 6 boxes, like nicely tidy. So I kind of have to wait sometimes. But thank you again, Jur. I appreciate that, man. Just send the keyboards and envelopes. I should do that, huh? I really should. That makes a lot of sense. See you. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, man. Hello, good sir in chat. Is this the keyboard with the solar panel? Yeah. Okay. So background info on this. Let me pause the music here. Background info on this keyboard, real quick. Hello. There we go. The keyboard we're about to do. I almost feel like I should get this key. It's bothering me now. Is a very interesting project. This is basically, it's basically a more premium wireless keyboard that actually looks, I would say, quite aesthetic. Because I would personally, and this is not a hot take or anything, this is just my observation. I notice when Canon Keys does the really cool wireless projects, it tends to be more, I don't think budget oriented is the right word, but it tends to be a bit more boring. Like, it's just a very simple project with good wireless stuff, which is good, and it's, utilitarian's a great word. Thank you, DJ. I think this particular one kind of exceeds just utilitarian and kind of gives us a bit more of an aesthetic appeal with a novel but also kind of useful feature, which is interesting. And feels like a premium product all at the same time. So I think this is one of, and assuming it sounds good and, fits all my criteria of being a good project, I think this is actually going to be one of Canon Keys' nicer projects in a long time. Like, really nice projects, like one to actually look out for. Bro, I didn't think about doing the solar-powered keyboard during the day. I really didn't, okay? Didn't think of it. However, the story behind this is it actually got stuck in Canada Post because of all the strikes. This one here was supposed to arrive to me like 2 weeks ago, but I don't know. It didn't. I'm not keeping this, by the way. So this is going to be sent right back. Let me take it out of the box. Yeah, dude, Manic's the one who sent it to me. So, I don't know. Honestly, it got stuck, and then I thought this wasn't going to come at all. So it did show up, which is good. It did show up. Can't complain. Stash the box is flat. It doesn't work. Honestly, it's Okay, Toby, thank you so much. Thanks for whispering me again. I'll send you the dimensions literally tonight. So, is Manic in Canada or United States? I think he's in the U.S. But even if it was in Canada, I would have got stuck anyways. I had to literally, dude. Wait, how are you going to charge the keyboard through fake window? Chill out, bro. It's not fake. It was always real. You just don't know. It was always real. You just think it was not real. All right, let's take a look at that one. Actually, wait. You guys heard about my weekend. How was your weekend? Besides the game. I feel like maybe that was a lot of people's weekends. But anything else? While I go find the function key to my keyboard. While I go find my function key. Wait, what board did I put the function key on again? Oh boy. Now I don't remember. It was on a recent board, right? I switched it to something. Good, I ordered all the stuff to my full mod. Oh, wait, dude, nice! Oh, wait, I remember what board I put it on. I think I put it on the last keyboard I built, literally. Root canal was done. Now waiting to get a crown for it on the same tooth? Cherry falcon in the back? Yeah, it's the falcon in the back. I want to hang it or something. Like, not in that way, but I want to hang it from, like, the bar over here. So, like, pretends it flaps or something. I think that would be funny. Oh my god, you know what, Adam? I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed in a few days. I only have 3 wisdom teeth. I needed to get mine removed, but I ended up not getting them removed, which I feel like maybe wasn't the best play, but it's the play that got made. It is indeed the play that got made. Alright. One sec while I find my function key, or else it's going to bother me all stream. I just don't remember what board I put it on. Not that board. Was it the... Mount the Falcon? You would... Yeah, dude, honestly, Chris, I agree, bro. Mine was getting weird. They said I'd lose teeth over the years if I didn't. Mine are slightly impacted, but I thankfully didn't have to do anything to mine. Like, very thankfully. Alright, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not gonna go find my function key. It'll show up one day. Dude, this is what happens when you clean things, and then you literally can't find things. No, I haven't taken a look at the Falcon switches yet. I don't know. Like, the Falcon switches, I feel like they're going to be really good, but also I'm a little worried about them. Like, I'm worried I'm not going to, like, love them. But I guess we'll see as time goes by. All right. The moment I put this down, my camera says no. No, I didn't send it. Was it on the wing? Oh, if it was on the wing, then it's right here. Oh yeah, it was on the wing. For some reason, I thought it was on the... oh boy, the one I built the other day. This was in its case, that's why I didn't look. The wing is being sent back in 2 days. Seems to have lost the cherry flavor by the sound from others. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about the Falcon switches after like just fiddling with them. But I guess we'll see, right? Oh, Adam, do you mind if we do that later, actually? Sorry, bro. All right, so this is, if my pronunciation is not butchered, the Soleil. Soleil. Don't ask. This is a Gondo X Canning Keys project. I love Gondo. Gondo, excellent person in this hobby. Ooh, water. I'll drink some water. It has wooden accents. Reminds me a lot of like mode keyboards. So very, very excited for this one here. But it also has a solar power part of it, which means we get some solar power stuff off of this, which is pretty cool, in my humble opinion. Ooh. According to the website, it also gets powered by ambient light, which I'm not sure if that also includes just normal bulbs, like LED lights. I would have to do way more, I guess, figuring out there, but I'm assuming ambient light would mean just passive daylight that happens to enter the room. So that, or like reflected daylight of some sort. I don't know exactly, but it is a beautiful, beautiful keyboard. Some specs on this really quick. It has a 20 mil front height, which in all honesty does not even feel like 20 mil. This actually feels more like 16 or not 16, but like 17 or 18. 8-degree typing angle. Apparently it works for 8-10 months. If you use ambient light, it can go 12 plus months, maybe even forever, which is great, or I guess until the battery decides that it doesn't want to work anymore. It comes in a few different colors. It comes in a black, e-white, or forest green. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't really like the green that they chose for this. I feel like it's too bright, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. 1 second. Oh, did my thing might just disconnect here? Oh, by the way, I found my first problem with this mouse. Yeah, the battery lasts for quite some time. It uses ZMK, which, okay, if you guys don't know, ZMK is crazy good for wireless stuff. It's insane. Absolutely insane. So that's why this lasts so long. which is great. It isn't the only option. It's not the only thing, but it is probably like the best thing. I would say right now it's like close to the best. But here, let me share my screen. Yeah, it's the most efficient, should be like the proper terminology here. This is the green. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan. Not a huge fan of the green here. Is it on US dollars right now? It is. But I do like the black, and I love the E-white with maple. Truly, if this ends up sounding really good, I may pick up the E-white maple to match the desk. I'm kind of a sucker for stuff like this. So it comes in a WinKey or WinKeyless, a wireless, a wired or wired hot swap or solder. I almost feel like if you're buying this, you're probably want to go with the hot swap. But if you don't care about any of the solar power stuff, you save $50 or even 55 and get the non-solar powered stuff. But I feel like this board, personally, the feature is the wireless. However, I won't knock the fact that I do like this whole accent being wood, and a solid wood piece also looks really sharp. And one thing I did see on the website, which I was going to wait with you guys, is towards the end over here, it does have a little bit of wood info stuff, which I really, really appreciate, by the way. So, as with most wood accent stuff, expect some natural oddities with it. This is outside of even what Canon Keys posted, but I've always just come to the conclusion, or come to the mental awareness and agreement here, that wood's never going to be 100% perfect. This is sponsored? Actually, it's not. Here we go. The back. I really like this. Looks really good. This looks really, really good for this. $450. Not bad. Not bad. Love the wooden kind of weight here. We can already see some of the wood is, it's shifted a little bit. See that? You can kind of see like right over there. But again, I think that just adds to the charm of stuff like this. So I get to voice my opinions on the price. I mean, it's expensive, but I think it's fine for this. Because the solar powered stuff probably isn't easy to do. And I think maybe my hot take, maybe my voice here is, I think someone like Gondo deserves to get paid for putting some cool things into keyboard stuff. I think I need to hear it again before I say anything. Oh, I just dropped something. $450. Am I not right on that? Is the price not $450 or $400 for the regular? Wonder why we aren't seeing more ZMK stuff outside of CK. I don't know. I don't know why that is, actually. Do you mill max boards? I do. But yeah, I'm not too sure the answer there. But yeah. I'm a fan of the wood, and the solar does look good for sure. I really like the white one. Yeah, like, I guess my other small take with this too is I almost wish they offered a kind of just all aluminum version and would have kept this a bit cheap. I will say though, Canon Keys does always seem to have a bit more of a premium on things, even for other projects. Like it always seems to be like $50 more than I expect from Canon Keys. But I would say again, for what Gondo did with this, and the work that Gondo put into stuff like this, I would say $450 isn't out of the realm of like, I hate it. So, but again, definitely more of a premium. Honestly, the wired is overpriced for no copper. Well, I also want to point out that I don't think copper, just having heavy materials or denser materials, doesn't always make a price higher. Not saying for this particular keyboard, but I want to just like make it clear that just because it has brass or copper does not equal expensive. There can be expensive machining that happens on aluminum, polycarbonate, stuff like that. So this is actually a really interesting talking piece, because I truly feel that sometimes we look at the wrong things and we just kind of associate it with more expensive. and I get that. That's kind of just how we're wired to think. Like, for example, a lot of people think like heavier is more expensive. But yeah, there's MOQ, like what Adam just said. There is sometimes the difficulty of machining. There could also be like, if this board needed, 15 prototypes, then that will be unfortunately or fortunately, put into the price of the product. So sometimes there's more that meets the eye to these things. So Seabass, thank you very much for the Prime. Appreciate it. But I think it's very like normal to assume that like, hey, maybe this would equal more expensive. Totally understand that you are not the wrong for thinking that at all. But just dude, honestly, same. I used to think that as well. When we were starting to design, for example, the Manta, even prior to that, like I definitely got to speak to like Salvin in more detail. There's a lot of extra things that go into the price. Sometimes even like, for example, if Gondo needed to work on, I'm not saying this is what he did, but if he needed to put like 60 or 70 hours into something, that's still time that unfortunately, or fortunately, like gets put into the cost of something. For example, the Machina, the Manta, not Machina version, but the all aluminum version, we didn't even want to release that because we knew people would kind of give us that adverse reaction of being like, hell no, it's all aluminum. It's still $400. But the machining on the curve, we just couldn't do anything. Now this board, again, this is not the best example. I wouldn't say this board has any extremely difficult to machine things, and that's kind of where I feel like maybe the price point, if you're just looking at the raw keyboard itself, might be a bit smidge high. And I would have liked to see maybe the non-solar powered version at like $325 to $350. That being said, I think the solar powered version is a nifty trick, and me personally, I don't mind spending the $450 on this with the wood inclusion on it. My hope would be I would want really good quality wood. I think that like I'm okay with just a little bit of movement with the wood over here, but I wouldn't be okay if this ends up starting to really, really warp and stuff. I am very, very particular about how wood gets implemented in keyboards. I think a piece like this is totally okay on the back. I even think this, it might shift a little bit over time.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Alexotos.
I appreciate you, brother. This, a little bit more dicey, but I'm still fine with this. This, however, these are really long, thin pieces, so you might see a bit more movement on these, which you can already see on the prototype. Again, I think this is kind of my tolerance right here, because you can even hear this is starting to move a little bit. But it's always tough with little pieces like this. I'm glad they only use them as accents, though. I think that's the positive here. Full wood cases are a pain in the fucking ass. So again, happy that they're just accents. Even this little piece in the middle. But yeah, very, very interesting with the solar powered aspect over here. Glad they went with ZMK. Let's take a look at the PCB and stuff too, shall we? Oh, I should put my camera away. It's just kind of like sitting here. I really like full wood cases for their sound, but there's only one full wooden case in which I actually think turned out good. And that was the, oh god, I am not going to remember the name of this now. It was that wooden case with the resin, but not the resin one, it was the other version. That was the only full wood case that I think turned out near perfect. The good wood, that's what it was. The second one, that, believe it or not, has lasted me quite a while. Just believe it or not, the KVD fans one. That one there actually turned out pretty good. But the Gweth, is it actually Gweth? Oh, I thought it was Goodwood. But the one that Jura just shared, that was probably one of the best wooden projects that I've seen. So, but it's very difficult to get wood to be a solid piece that's not going to have minor issues down the road. So you have to keep that in mind as you use it. What the hell is all this? Let's see. I'm so curious about this PCB. Interesting. How does this all work? Magic happens here. Light pixies come alive into keyboard. Classic Gondo flavor text. Pixie tunnel. So I'm guessing we need a little ribbon cable into the back over here. There's an on and off switch. Again, this is not new. This is not, I feel like this is not even criticism at this point here. It's just stuff I wish would happen. I do wish there was a toggle switch for premium products that wasn't just on the PCB. Personal preference. Doesn't make it a bad keyboard, doesn't make it a good keyboard. And I assume this is the wireless portion over here. Nice spot for it actually, and this is our battery port. Cool. Very, very cool. And also it has a fixed USB-C. Cool. Very fun. All right. I think I'm good to start building this now. So let's get some stabs and start working on this project. But yeah, that's kind of like my off-the-bat thoughts. I hope it was good off the cuff, off the bat, whatever you want to call it, thoughts. I hope you guys liked it. Now, I think there was even a change list of some stuff, some notes that they asked me to take a look at as well before we dive too deep into this. Obviously, the board still requires a battery. Yeah, I guess that was important to probably tell people. Okay, actually, there's not a lot of change notes or anything like that. They're just kind of, that's like my biggest note over there. It does end in about a week, so. Man. I almost feel like I feel stupid for even bringing that up. Like, low-key, I kind of do. But, yeah, anyways, what do you guys think of the board? Visually, the board's really pretty, I think. I do like this like little extra bit on the seam over here. Ignore my fingerprints. I do think this looks fantastic. I think it looks gorgeous. I would have also maybe loved to see this cutout be a different material. That would have made it feel really, really cool as well. Like this could have just been anything. This could have been a plate of like brass or copper just to make it, you know, visually broken up a little bit. But I think the wood does a really good job there. I do like how the wood is not just a flat piece of wood on the back. I do really like this kind of like black strip that says the keyboard name on the right side. I think that's really pretty. But I love this. I love this piece of the TKL being wood. I really, really appreciate that. That's real nice. So, very cool. Let's start building. Well, I don't think there would be a cannon on this one here. Maybe on the inside.
Hello.
Because this is like a collaboration thing with like Gondo and stuff. But yeah, no cannons. The only cannon is on the inside. Which, you know, I love cannon keys. But also, thank God, they put their logo on too many things. Chayo, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. You don't think there would be? Okay, you know what they're doing? You know what? Alright, let's get some stabs and... Oh, is this a brand new pack? I hope so. Let's start building, shall we? The fact that this is also showcasing the solar panel is cool. I agree. Like I said, there's actually a lot to love about this, but I can definitely see the price being a bit divisive. However, this is one of the few times where it comes to Cannon Keys projects where I'm like, I don't mind the full price on the solar powered version. I would have liked to see a lower price on the non-solar powered version. So what do we want to build here? Just regular schmegular, I guess, right? The music's popping. Something different. I usually put like chill jazz on or just like something, but I just put on whatever jazz music I wanted today. I just did not feel like listening to the same old, same old. These tunes are fun. Thanks, man. Alright, let's get some lube and let's lubricate. I don't know what switches I want to put in here. I did a batch of milky yellows for this. I also ran out. I think I may be missing 2, so I might just change the space part to a different batch of milky yellows. But yeah, help me, Alex. I'm becoming addicted to Geon stuff. Bro, I literally ordered stuff from Geon's website this morning. I actually cannot help you here. I am not the person you want to speak to at the moment. I am so sorry, bro. As much as what I order, fucking switches, bro. Switches and springs and my usual bullshit. Oh, and a PCB. Because I broke my frog PCB by accident. Not my fault. But I accidentally pushed the cable too hard and I broke it. No, well, yeah, it's my fault, okay? But just go with it, bro. All right, just ignore what I said. Just blame the PCB, dude. I may have pushed a little too hard on an angle or some shit, but whatever, dude. It's my personal unit, anyways. So I bought that one. It's fine. I'm just pissed that I have to desolder it. I wasn't about to buy another plate, so. Getting the CRP spacebar treatment. I gotta bring that up, bro. His spacebar braking hands were too strong. Did you guys join a group chat and then just all decide to roast me with the same stuff? And by the way, guys, this happened 2 or 3 months ago. I just have not yet bought one until today. But yeah, the Geon sale was pretty nice, and then on top of that too, I just literally was wanting to shop and get some more stuff. Although, bro, everyone bought all the damn springs. The springs on Geon's website are eaten up, bro. What happened to them all? You made the Discord? Nah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. That was Chozo. Can I have some of the ones you ordered? When I say I ordered springs, I ordered 2 packs. The one, I don't even know if Geon has them, but there was one 55-gram triple stage, and I ordered a 45-gram. And it was literally 1 and 1 pack. That was the max quantity they had. 2 pack. So that is the only springs I ended up buying, but I also bought 900 switches. Does Geon have 1,000 gram? So October went hard? Yeah. They added more to the website when I asked their disc. Was it today? Oh, dude, I literally ordered it pretty recently too. I mean, I'd probably just add some more and then ask them to add to my order or something. Because it hasn't been shipped or anything. I do need some... Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I am running low on certain springs. Ordered 160 MX2As from Geon, and I woke up the next day and I could not remember why I chose 160. I'm not sure. 160 is tough. I'm a bit sad the Miquelon skulls look different from the original plan. I will say, though, they do look really nice. I like the new Miquelon stuff. I'm probably not going to order the base kit, but I will be ordering a lot of the extras, you could say. I'm really heavily considering getting MTNU. Really, really considering it. Although, how much was the MTNU set? I don't remember now. Because that was definitely interesting to me. Yeah, that's the most tempting spot or tempting thing for me. I do think it is something that I probably would start using more often. Yeah, the MTNU is very much up my alley. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Wait, did someone say the skull kitting is annoying? Wait, why is it annoying? I'm curious. I thought it was just kitted pretty normally. I don't know, pretty standard fare. Bummed the new skull kitting can't do the skull alert row like in the images without buying extra kits. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, I get that. Never mind. I understand what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I get why in the long run, why they probably did it like that. It's also a new mold, so I don't know if it was like a cost thing or something like that, but yeah, you definitely have to spend some money on it. I am probably just going to buy one of those. I wasn't planning on making an alert row of it. I kind of just wanted to use it for accents. I don't think I'd want it as an alert row personally, but yeah, I get what you're saying there. I am pondering buying multiple skull kits to do the alert row. It's unique enough. It's expensive though, so obviously do it if you have the money, but they simply should not have rendered it like that and gave me the idea. I also get that. Interesting that MTNU ones come with a bunch of skulls. Does the MTN... I don't even remember if the MTNU base kit does. But it's on my... Where do I have it? Here it is. It's on my thing here. Oh, it comes with the other types of skulls, you mean? Like the novelty standard skulls. Yeah. Yeah, that is probably like my first purchase over the skulls, but I'm probably gonna get the skulls anyways. I wish there was a regular alert row. I do not want 3 skull kits. I wonder... I can bring it up. I don't think anything's gonna get done. But that is something I could bring up. I don't know if there'd need to be like an MOQ for that or something. I could voice it for you guys if you'd like. Or a bundle price to make it a bit cheaper. That's a really good idea too. You know what? Let me voice that right now. I will literally bring that up. I got you guys. Forever and always. Ride or die. I don't really have a board that Michelin would look good on W alert row anyways. I get you. Okay. That was 70 words per minute. Probably not. Probably a little slower than that. So, can you make sure Bull wears the Manta costume? Yes. I will definitely make sure. Did you guys see the Manta progress by the Dubs? BT Dubs? It's going so fast. Me and Bull are very happy with the progress. It's going so fast. We got PCB samples, like for the finalized ones, which, I mean, it's not really any different, but it's just the new, you know, it's all finalized stuff on it. Then the cases are being machined. Very nice, very nice. Very happy. Hi, Alex, and all. It's Monday morning here in Indonesia. Yo, Ross, what's up, dude? Going to work? Warm regards? Well, I hope work turns out really good for you, my friend. There's only a 10 of black or color depending on your preference. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Like I said, I voiced it. It's kind of late. I think Mike probably won't see the message until tomorrow. But I don't know if it's a mic call or maybe we have to talk to Vesu about it. Anyways, I voiced it. So we'll see what it is. Not fast enough unless you materialize every unit on people's desks. Oh, my bad. That's on me. I didn't know you wanted it that quick, my guy. That's on me, dude. That's on me. I'll take Anit's Manta? How'd you know I was going to give that away to someone? How did you know, dude? But yes, it's going very, very quick. So I am very happy. Also, seeing that top piece and the bottom piece in the raw aluminum makes me really excited for how the machinist version of Manta is going to look. Because that is one of the only things we didn't really like fully get prototyped was the machinist version. Only because like that was an afterthought. But yeah, very cool. I love Manta. Yes, sir. What's up, Bull? The Mantar. We do love Manta. We do love Manta. Me and Bola are probably also going to work on the next project's webpage soon. So there may be some final public knowledge about the next thing Bola and I are working on together. These TX tabs, dude, they're so difficult to push in. It is not another Manta. That is the leak I'm giving you guys today. There's no Manta in the name of this next board. Yes, I will be getting a Synovia. You have to ask Bull where the Synovia tracking is, though, because I don't know. I think he said it's slowly moving when I asked him this morning. But I was originally going to do it Tuesday or Wednesday or something, but I think I might have to move it to Sunday just in case it doesn't make it in time this week. Why is this... Dude, TX stabs, I love them sometimes, but also popping the wires in is so irritating. Stingray 65? No. No more animal names. We have some different ideas. Very, very hype. But also Synovia is out right now, so that's also a fun board to take a look at. I'm thinking about picking up Mode Obscuras, Alexotos edition. How would you compare it to the Granite Ceramics 2As? Okay. I think Obscuras are... Dude, they're one of my favorite long pulls. That's why I asked them if I can do my versions of them with different springs, like custom springs. I think Obscuras have a little bit of a natural scratch, even when lubed, which makes me really love them. But I also think Obscuras have a more full sound out of most of the long pull switches. So I just don't love the standard Obscuras because they were way too heavy for me. That's why I asked Mode to do the collab ones. But I do really like them. I mean, I'm a big fan. Like, I still use them for space bars to this day. I like long pull switches. Actually, in the Manta right now, there's long pull switches. I just think I think long pull switches are... They're sometimes a bit too much for me when I'm typing. But then there's other days where it's like, that's all I want to hear. So it's just kind of like what I'm in the mood for. But I do have like hundreds of them that I still need to use because I love them. I ended up getting so many of them. But yeah, I really like them. If that makes any sense, what I just said. They're the last batch. Yeah, there's still, I think there's still plenty of them. But there's once this collab edition runs out, I don't think we're doing another batch of them. Like, I'm 99% positive. Only because Mode said they're working on other stuff, and I'd rather wait for other stuff to see how that's going to look and feel first. But yeah, this will be the last batch of the collab ones. I normally pop the TX wires in out of the... Oh, just to loosen it all up? Dude, I should do that. Kind of hurting my poor fingies. You need a cleaning to rid of the bad luck? Oh, sorry, the last batch of Obscuras I got lost in USPS pipeline. Did you get your money back? Sometimes shipping companies suck, dude. I'm still waiting. I need to go. Actually, dude, I need to go drop off some stuff from returns to Amazon. The Omnitype Golden Ticket chocolate bar looks sick AF. Wait, what? I need to go look that up later. I might have missed something. I was kind of not really on social media that much the last few days. Only for stuff I had to do. But dude, I'm also like starting to really hate the advertisements in Instagram. Like, it's making me really not want to use Insta, which is how I used to get all of my info for keyboards. But now I just feel like every 2 posts is a sponsored post. Like, not as sponsored as in like a content creator makes it, but like Instagram pushes it as an advertisement. It's starting to like really get on my nerves to the point where I don't use the platform to scroll through. TikTok is also low-key kind of doing the same thing, which has been driving me up the walls too. It's like advertisements every 2 seconds. Alright, I'm gonna quickly use the washroom because, dude, I've been drinking water like a fish tonight. Not that fishes drink water, but I will be right back. Your boy needs to pee. BRB. Hello. Also, when are the mods gonna start working on a chair emote? When did this chair thing become a thing? Cheritos. Welcome back. Thanks, guys. I don't have emote permissions. What's that sound? Probably the water. I think it was the water. It's Monday morning here in Indonesia. Oh, hi, Ross. I don't know if you heard me earlier. Every streamer that BRBs ever has chair memes? Damn, have I made it then as a streamer? Ow. Fuck, these hurt. I went through 4 episodes, and the writing's good. Oh, are you talking about Now You're Washed? Damn. Of the new show there? I don't know. I'm a little worried about the new Witcher. Dude, how do you... Henry Cavill's such a hard person to follow up for The Witcher. Like, what do you do? I literally can't watch it.
The Oto's chair has good taste in elevator music.
Thanks,
See.
Thanks, dude. I literally can't. Why not? That's funny, yeah. Oops, we're working this one. Hold on, that goes. Oh, I guess this is already done. Never mind. Alright, so... Another note to Canon Keys here. With all the love and respect, because I do appreciate Canon Keys so much. I do wish they would... I wish they would send out other oh my god, plates other than just FR4. I think my suggestion to them, and I don't know, I feel like I'm not alone in this, is I don't think I don't know, FR4, what is the top selling plate? I would look back on all the plates sold and just pick, no, this is FR4. Oh, there's an aluminum one here. Jesus Christ, I am actually sorry. You know what, guys? That's me. I am blind. It's old age. All right? Old age. Didn't see that one there. We're going to use this one. Old age. Did you do something through Boss? Because CKO sends you to FR4. Usually they only send me FR4, but I think they send everyone FR4. But yeah, FR4 is kind of like, I don't know. It's always one of those materials where I think when it first came out, it was really popular. But I think as we get, it has the landscape of stuff. Landscape of stuff has changed. I've started to care less and less about FR4. I would also appreciate some magnetic screws, especially for these hidden screw versions of keyboards. I do think that the hidden screws, because this is half and half, would be a little bit nicer. Henry Cavill was more than right in leaving. Absolutely, dude. I think Henry Cavill stepping back from a lot of his stuff is such a good move. Also, another note here, 2 different bits for the screws. Again, very small non-complaints in a way, but you know, just it streamlines the board when you're doing it. So they throw original material in the trash. Just pretend everything's fast. Yeah. I think FR4 is making a resurgence for me. I find that it's very nice in specific boards. I don't disagree with you, Liv. I still think FR4 has a very specific set of what I like it in, but I think more often than not, I'm more... right now, if I have to use FR4, I'd rather use something else. Like, I think there's just kind of like this dullness with FR4 sometimes that I'm just not liking the more I use it. So, yes, an aluminum plate with a Canon Keys Proto is very welcomed. Very, very welcomed here. Maybe we'll get that classic top mount sound. I think it's less universally... Yeah, I agree. Definitely less universal than Alu PP Palm for me, but I like it occasionally. Yeah. God damn, these screws are tight. Henry Cavill is definitely in it for the passion, for sure. I don't know. I think I'm probably going to skip on the new Witcher stuff. No EC version of this that I saw. I don't know if there's one planned for this, but none that I saw. Oh, interesting. I wonder how this looks underneath. I want to see. Also, good screw points on the plate. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Interesting. Oh, I'm guessing this is just some prototype stuff. Obviously, this has been handled a few times. Just to point this out, again, it has been handled, so I will point this out with a very, very, like, just small, you know, like, interesting point here, but it does seem like there's a small sliver of a crack on this screw point here. I don't know if this is just missing some screws for that reason, but I don't know a good way around that. Perhaps putting a piece of threaded insert in this, or not even threaded insert, but like cushion rather on the top, so when you screw this in. But more than anything, I think for anyone buying this keyboard, if you're screwing in this piece, do so with caution. This is going to be one of those pieces where, like, I strongly recommend not over screwing it. The moment you feel pressure, stop, or else you could crack the wood. I feel like that should go without saying for any wooden piece, regardless of how thick or thin it is. So, I saw someone on Reddit post their setup and I thought it was you. Can I see? Do you have a link? I'm curious now. All right, so this is actually a pretty thick piece over here. I appreciate this thickness of this piece. That is cool. All right, awesome. What else do we got in here? Do we have any other little tidbits of coolness here? I think that's it. We have some alignment stuff. We have designed in the UK, USA, and Brazil. Brazil being Gondo there. Cool. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is Sterling's setup. Yeah. I'm always jealous of his natural light. I'm always jealous. I work in a basement, so I don't got that no more. I used to have that. You guys remember my actual, real, not kidding, natural light? I miss that, bro. I really, really miss my natural light. Sometimes I do feel like natural light. Oh, man. I feel like natural light is one thing I really wish I had in the setup. Down the road, your natural light in the 100-degree room, dude. Okay, fuck. That is one thing I will say that I don't miss. Is natural light was great and it made me feel alive and rejuvenated. Bro, keeping that room cool, like when I was working in that big room, like the room with all the lights, like the natural light and windows, keeping that room cool was so difficult. So I don't miss that aspect at all. I thought your AC was broken for a while too. Yeah, I mean, the AC was fine. It was our heater that was broken, but there was days where the AC didn't work. So it made it even more difficult to maintain temperatures. Even when you close the blinds in those like condos with like big windows, it ends up being very difficult to keep temperatures regulated. But yeah, that is the one thing that like nobody tells you with having tons of windows that I kind of had to learn by myself because I didn't grow up with lots of windows. Dude, regulating temps, hard AF. And someone asked to say Brazil? It does. Designed in the UK, USA, and Brazil. But yeah, I do miss that a little bit. All right, let's put some milky yellows in this bad boy. I think that'll be a fun one for today. This way. Did I do that right? There we go. Now we did it right. Thought that was open. How do you mod your milky yellows? Well, these were done with TX films, which these are just leftover TX films that I have. And then this was done with GS2. What else did I put on these particular ones? These are using a 57 gram long spring, or I guess XL, it's a 22 mil spring. And that's it for these ones. These ones here are done pretty standard fare, lubricant on them and stuff. So, but that's typically how I mod them. Nothing too special. Was this wing keyless? It is wing keyless. Yes. I know these are the two extra ones I threw. Remember I told you guys I think I'm short 2 or 3. So I thought maybe I'd use some of these other ones as like space bars or something. You guys like the music today? I appreciate it. It's very chill, right? We're just trying to chill today. We're not trying to do anything crazy. It's a very chill day, very chill night. I'm not in the mood for being hyper tonight. Not that I'm normally hyper, but I feel like normally I have a bit more energy. I did have a few coffees today, so I definitely feel that. But yeah, that is as much energy as I probably have. I missed that one song. Very descriptive. I love that, Adam. Okay, never mind. I was about to say, should I plug this in first? I'm procrastinating a paper due tomorrow. Dude, you should 100% do it. The song you always would skip. Oh, isn't it because it's like Christmas song or something? Or just, I don't know, I don't really like it. I've been T-maxing lately. I like tea. What do you drink normally? Oh, it's just weird? Oh, I know what we're talking about, actually. I need Alex streams after these past few months. What's going on, bro? Tell me. We just chilling, bro. We just chilling. Just letting you know that the Veiny Alice has reached safely. Thank you again for the giveaway. Hell yes, dude. Hell yes. Is it Vanials or Vanial? I don't even remember how it's pronounced. Dude, I hope you enjoy it, dude. Enjoy it. Actually, I don't want to like be a buzzkill, but broke my GF, dude. Junior year school grind. Proud of you for grinding school though, bro. But dude, we're here. We're all hanging out. I don't want to be buzzkill, but I feel like I need to voice this because it's kind of bugs me a little bit. I don't know what it is. The last 2 giveaways, this has never really been a thing, ever. But the last 2 giveaways, and believe it or not, so I just want to point this out. I feel like this isn't like too specific. I'll just say this. I think if you enter for something, and like I even have on the form all the rules written again that you have to check mark and be like, I understand before putting my address down and stuff like that. If you read that, or if you if you read that and still have the nerve to complain when someone else was more than willing to like do it and win and, you know, pay for shipping and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a turnoff for me personally. Like, I don't absolutely love that kind of, I don't know, attitude. And there's been a few people that have given me like attitude, and it's kind of a turnoff. Honestly, it's a turnoff to do like the giveaways. Like I said, if it was just this last giveaway, like 2 giveaways ago, I let it go because I thought, okay, it's just a few people. But I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's a bit of a turnoff. I haven't really like, it's not really something I enjoy listening to. Like, I don't love running those things and then getting kind of shit on. But yeah, anyways, I will say that I might change the way I do those a little bit. Oh, someone brought up they were appreciative of the giveaway, which, by the way, I'm so happy about. But I just wanted to bring up, I might change up some of the ways I do these things. So we'll see. We shall see. Just pay the 2K in shipping fees for all the items, Mr. Otos. Come on. Yeah, like, I don't know. It is what it is at the end of the day, I guess, but so be it. True? Yeah, big true, dude. Big true. I will say, though, I really do appreciate you guys all being here. I appreciate the subs. I appreciate using your primes. Always appreciate you guys being here and just watching and participating. So thank you to you guys. That's why I think, like I kind of told you guys, we're moving the giveaways to just random days. So right now I'm just waiting for a few more boxes to come in, and then I'm going to start doing random day giveaways. Yeah, I honestly think so too, 50, but so nice. Thank you, Patch. I appreciate continuing your sub. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a little disheartening. That's all. Like, it's not any of you guys. I feel like it's just nice to voice it out. Like, it feels good to voice it out, but, you know. Were the vibes in Toronto fine last night? Oh, I don't know. I didn't go outside. I also thought it was kind of weird that they differentiated primes and subs. I don't know, I feel like I should say it, but I feel like it's all the same at the end of the day. But thank you guys for just supporting my content in general. I know Twitch hasn't been like as active these days. I feel like they've made it hard to watch Twitch. And tonight I forgot to put on YouTube, but thank you guys for being here. For the people that can be, appreciate you guys. How are we this late evening? I would say good. I would say not bad at all. Just chilling, really. Just big chilling. We're just hanging out, doing our thing. Oh, maybe, do I have enough switches? No, I might need to steal some from, or maybe use a different milky yellow. They all sound basically the same, but they're all done with the same basic components. Damn it, I'm too short. I told you guys. I ran out of these milky yellows, so. No idea how I got gifted to you specifically, but it's cool. Excited for the build in December. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. I'll just switch it up this one here. I'm gonna grab 2 other Not these ones here, but 2 other milky yellows of the same style. Just other ones I have pre-lubed. I am not keeping this board, but it's hot swap, so we're not like desoldering it or anything like that. The Asus 5K monitor? Which one's that one there? Oh, right here. All right, let's get this. Oh no, not this one here. Just different color films, really. They're basically made of the same components, just different films. The Pro Art one? Dude, $540 for that's pretty nuts. Hell yeah, dude. Love that for you. Very nice. I kind of want a nice looking monitor right now. They have a lot of OLEDs on decent deals right now. I would say take a look at some of the OLEDs, dude. There's a really nice 1440p one by Asus that I feel like kind of slaps. I forget the name of it because you guys know the name of monitors. In the monitor world, monitor names are literally one of the worst things ever invented. So I don't know what model it is, but it's something from Asus. I have a feeling it's supposed to go this way. Is it not? Let me see something quick. Yeah, I don't think this is supposed to go. I think it's blue side up, so I think it's going to have to get flipped. Which is a bit weird. I don't like how way that sits. Pretty sure it's blue side up. It's one of the newer tandem OLEDs. Dude, going down that rabbit hole, by the way, when I was researching monitors, is like one of the most confusing things ever. Screwdriver, screwdriver, screwdriver. There we go. Screwdriver and this guy. What's the scaling like in Windows for 4K? After researching, it was either I get 1440p. I gave up my 4K monitor for Windows. For a lot of different reasons, I decided that it just wasn't something I wanted to do anymore, like wanted to deal with. Where did I put my thing here? Dude, Kath, thank you so much for a tier 1. I really appreciate your 57 months. I love you. Thank you so much, dude. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't notice anything, but like when I had my 4K monitor, it was fine. I think scaling issues for me only happened in Apple. Believe it or not. Can you show us the back of the screwdriver set? Like this? So nice. DJ.
35 months flew by with the high quality content from the GOAT.
Dude, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you, dude. Very, very kind. You forgot the hot swap sockets? Yeah, my bad. I should install those, right? I'm on Mac, of course, and proper scaled options are quite limited. Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. Then, yeah, I never used anything but a 5K monitor for the Apple computer. I think, oh, am I missing a screw for this? We might be, actually. Oh, yeah, there was one missing screw. You know what? I'm not going to put this one here on, then. Let's just put these two. Although I hope this doesn't rattle as we... No, it's good. Mine was decently busy. I got nothing like work-wise, very bare minimum done, but it's just one of those like life catch-up weekends. One of the unfortunate things, or fortunate, however you want to perceive it, I guess. Sometimes you just got to do other things. You can't always be locked in, grinding, working away type thing, but is what it is. Okay, what's a good way to tackle this battery now? I do wish the battery cable, maybe it is a smidge longer. I wish it was a smidge, actually I still wish it was a bit longer than this too. Oh, it goes in this way. And it goes in this way here. Dude, we cleaned our window last week and it will change your life. It's crazy. Oh, it cleaned all your windows? Yeah. Dude. Cleaning in general just feels like such a big accomplishment when you just procrastinate it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the worst with that kind of stuff, but I totally get what you mean, dude. What's a good way to tackle this? Did that get screwed? Okay. I feel like I'm getting caught somewhere. Perhaps on the wire here. Okay, I also wish there was a bit of a cable channel for this as well. What the hell am I getting caught on? Oh, this. Are we in now? No. It's this guy. Let's just feed you back into here. Maybe that's the better way to do it, actually. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. There we go. Actually, no, we're not locked in place. What is going on? What is getting caught here? Yeah, okay. I do wish there was a bit of a cable channel. It's the cables getting caught on things. Still not sitting the way I want it to sit. How much natural sunlight you get in your basement? Straight 0. I get none, unfortunately. Let's see, will that fit? Well, I don't actually know if there's a way to tell. Maybe that's a really good way to look at this too. I don't know if there's a great way to see how well the solar is working. But right now, I'm having a bit of an issue because the cable for the battery, I feel like it's the cable, is not 100% sitting right, or something's not sitting 100% right. I feel like I got that side now, but something on here is just not loving me at the moment. What could it be? I don't actually know if it's the cable or not. I don't think it's doing much, I won't lie. Oh, the solar? What is going on? Let me just try unplugging it for a second. Or maybe I'm supposed to tackle the way this slides in differently. 12-month battery thing, I won't lie. Hey, if it actually, I mean, ZMK is already super, super efficient. So I am not surprised by the ZMK claim of that long for battery life at all. I think that is like pretty much like what I'm expecting at that point. All right, I have no clue why this isn't sliding in nicely. Let me just try taking out this cable and kind of tucking it back in here. I have a feeling it's the cable though. What do you think of GMK Gorp? Love it. Gorp is cool. Or maybe it's just these things? Maybe I'm supposed to like slide it into place a little more. I really don't know, guys. It doesn't seem to close as nice as I'd like. And I'm really unsure why that is. I don't think it's... The more I look at it, the more... I don't think it's this battery component. Let me just try plugging it in one more time here. What are your thoughts on forcing people to enter keycap GBs to have a raffle entry for a keyboard? You already know I don't like it. it's not something that I particularly enjoy. Do I just have to screw this down and hope this is like... That's wild and don't do that. Holy. Yeah, I'm going to see if it changes as I put some screws in here, but I don't know. I have like a feeling it won't. Well, what can I ask who's doing that? What's the group by? I don't like the way this closes. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. But it's still not closing 110%. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but let me quickly message Candy Keys really quick to see if maybe I'm doing something wrong. Monochrome Dolch for the TGR Dolch? Oh, they want you to buy Dolch for it. I mean, again, not quite the way I like to do things. I don't really appreciate the whole buy X set to enter the raffle for this. Wasn't there a Kohaku or no? Was there a Jane? No, wasn't there already a Jane like that at one point too? I'm pretty sure there was. Yeah, the Ruber Haku. You guys know I was not really a big fan of the way that worked. You guys know. It's still not closing 110%. You need to answer the poll. Left or right Twix? I don't know. Right? Lamellert and Jane are there. Oh, there was also Lamellert. You're right. Hold on, guys. I'm seeing if maybe I'm doing something wrong with this. Okay. I don't know what's caused. Like, I don't know what the hang-up would be. Apparently, it's a proto thing. What is causing it, though? Is it the cable? Low-key, I came to stream and felt like I was at Olive Garden in a good way. Hell yeah, Lazy. Love that, dude. Oh, it's a tolerance of the wood, perhaps, because the proto. How would the wood affect that? Okay, but it is a known issue according to Upas. By the way, guys, it's something to do with the early prototype. But I actually don't really know what part. Oh, I see what it is. It's these little alignment things here. Right here, if you guys can see. I think I just basically have to fiddle with it until it gets it. There's it. Can you guys see right there? A lot of dust. Sorry, guys. See these alignment things that are kind of like covered in this like white dust? I think it's that. That's probably a little bit in the way for the prototype. I think that can be circumvented by just bringing this back a little bit, because there's also this on the bottom that needs to align into that. Yeah, I do feel like that's easy to fix. Just literally bring the alignment point back would be my suggestion, but I'm sure Upas has probably already thought of that. But yeah, current alignment point a little tricky to deal with. So how do I even just fiddle with this to get it in? How's the board so far? I like a lot of it. Right now though, kind of getting a little bit, I guess, not screwed over per se, but it seems like we have to do some fiddling with the board until we get it kind of in. Which I don't know how I'm going to do. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know how I'm going to do this without breaking something. It's fixed in the white prototype unit. Oh, okay, so if you guys want to see the already fixed version, it's in the white proto unit according to Upas. So, not only is this gonna be fixed, which, you know, we can only take sometimes at face value, but it's already been fixed. Alright, let's think about this. Okay, we got that side to align a little bit nicer. Now let's just really just get on this side. But yeah, it's a really cool concept for a board. I really, really appreciate it. I think it's a little too far gone, unfortunately. I think maybe the temperatures of it shipping to Canada perhaps have given us a tolerance we can't work with. Because it feels like right here, you can even see it's wearing a little bit. Seems to be the spot that we're actually having some trouble with. I wonder if just like... Yeah, I don't think I have a good way to do this. If I didn't pick up a mode tempo with wood accent, I probably would have considered this board. Yeah, this definitely has like mode vibes to it for sure. I agree. Yeah, I might not be able to do this, guys. Gently sand it back, I wish. I might have to, unfortunately, just leave it a little bit off key over here. Kind of hard to notice, but it's not exactly aligned. See that? But I am glad that Upas has a working prototype with the fixes already implemented. That makes me happy. Alright, we'll just leave it like this. Not really much I can do at this point. This and the fragment have me twist it. Yeah, they're both nice. Visually, I like both boards. I will say, I do prefer the look of this one here, top down. Simply because I like this big block of wood over here. I do think that's quite nice. So for me, as beautiful as the fragment is, I do slightly prefer the face that you're going to see the most on this guy. I do slightly prefer it. Also, hi Strizzy, how are you? The resin and color customization pushed me towards the fragment. I totally get that. Fragment's very unique. Plus the internals on the fragment were so well thought of. Can't even be upset with that. It was such a good keyboard for that aspect of it as well. All right. Feet are already in here. Honestly, dude, this does not look like a 20 mil front height. It looks lower. Cool. fragment would be an immediate pickup for me if they left the wood raw. The gloss finish cheapens it for me. That I understand as well. Some people were saying it kind of looks like a floorboard, which I don't disagree with. But I think the hand polish is also kind of cool in another way too. Like, I don't mind the look personally. All right. Now we must consider what we're going to do for keycaps here. This does look sharp though. Sharp looking board overall. I do like the, let's change the song here since it's too upbeat for me. Like, I do like the look with the wooden accent over here. Love that a lot. Modern materials. Got the notification like 30 minutes ago. Omega fast stream, or was I late? Oh, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. Maybe a little bit late. Modern mats concrete. Concrete, I think, maybe today for fun. Oh, did a keycap fall out? Or should we do something else? 100%? I mean, I can't... Oh, unfortunately, everybody, it's a little late. I also need to fiddle with ZMK. Like, I don't know if there's like a charge level to this. I think that might be something we have to look at tomorrow. Well, actually, maybe tomorrow more so on my own time. Sand would be nice too. Yeah, a warmer keycap set would look probably really good on this, but it's fine. We can use the gray. But what's really impressive, and I'm sure Canon Keys has already done their testing on this, but I will try to further test this as much as I possibly can in the next like few days that I get to keep the board. I don't get to keep this for very long. It's probably going to go out of my possession fairly quickly. But I will probably just leave it in the sun tomorrow and see what happens. I got you, Enyon, I got you. So I can like check the charge. I'll leave it on all night type thing. And then we'll see it from there. Okay, I have one other very small complaint. Or maybe a large complaint. I'm not sure what this constitutes as. The wireless on and off is very hard to get to. I think I need to take off this switch, but it seems to be right over here. Is that the wireless on and off? The final play is a cutout. Thank you, Upas, for letting us know. Upas is so good, man. Upas giving me all the good info that I need. What a nice guy. You shouldn't really ever have to use it. We encourage to use this the soft off. Thank you, Upas. Appreciate that as well. There you guys go. But yeah, I think what's really cool, like I was saying, is this has about 10 months of battery life, which is already impressive. And then, I mean, Upas is saying, or I guess the thing is saying 12 months plus with some ambient light, but realistically, if you're working in like sun, I almost feel like you probably will never run out. Like, I have some solar charged tech stuff. For example, we have like a little solar charged like security camera thing for like the inside, and it gets ambient light, and its battery life is supposed to be 2.5 months. But oh, there's a note stock. Did I miss something? Oh, right over here. I totally did not see this message. Oh no, was this in here? Oh, no, I did read this one here. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, it's broken up into two things. I see what I read wrong over here. Oh my god, the rectangle above the arrow keys is solar power? Yeah! But yeah, we have like a soft, like not soft, a tech thing as well. And it says 2.5 months. And when we have light hit it, so far I'm at like 6 months with it. So that's already a full charge. And it's a camera. So pretty impressive. I would say this probably takes way less. So the wireless functionality of this is pretty impressive sounding. And like I said, I normally see a lot of wireless products where they're kind of, you know, when they're supposed to be more functional. Someone said it best, utilitarian. This is very pretty. Very, very pretty. Plus, I think having the wireless, like, solar panel looks so, so good. Actually, it's not a bad looking set on this. Is there a reason like my mouse battery doesn't last 4 months? Well, polling rate also has something to do with it too. Actually, Upos, I hate to ask you, do you know, is there a polling rate for this that I should know of? Does it say here? I'd be curious to know what the polling rate for this would be. I'm assuming nothing crazy fast. 125, I think that's all you really need. Maybe out of the range for wireless gaming for Bluetooth, but you just would plug it in at that point there. So 1000 hertz is way more than enough. Plenty. Ooh, I feel like I want to put the green enter on this. Absolutely. Hell yeah, it looks good. Okay, now I need these guys. Critical prize. You forgot the numpad? Hey, yo, Bluetooth is no good. I use Bluetooth pretty much exclusively for all of my stuff. My mouse. Anytime I use any wireless products, I don't have enough ports to put in 2.4. So I'm never using the dongle. From my experience using wireless stuff, I've never had a problem on my Apple computer. However, I sometimes have issues on my Windows computer. So I will say this with confidence that I think it sometimes depends on your drivers. And just like maybe use case of things. But from my experience, again, everyone's different. Totally understand. From my experience, though, I have yet to reach those problems. Bluetooth's always been pretty solid to me. The only time I've ever had a little bit of Bluetooth issues, actually, then come to think about it, is with the Logitech mice. Which, believe it or not, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. I'm having a little bit of issues with this guy. But everything else is super solid. Super, super solid for me. The Windows Bluetooth sucks? Yeah. Windows Bluetooth is just not much you can really do. It's what it is. Type shit, you know? Alright. I love the way this looks. This looks so good. I will stand on this right now. Love the way this block of wood is implemented on the top. Love this. This, if you end up going with the non-solar power version, will look so fucking clean. Really like the way that's implemented. That is so nice. Like I said, I might have to pick up the white and maple one. I'm debating now. Do I even want the solar power? I feel like the other one will look so clean. Yeah, the board definitely has some style. I like it. Ooh, I do like this. If you only hit a real window, leave me alone. Dude, that looks so good. I am like You can even see that small strip of wood over here, the wood over here. I like that. I like that a lot. There is like a little bit of a detail on the front, which might go a little unnoticed. I wish it was a bit more pronounced. Maybe a bit more of a curve or something. I feel like this board would have looked really good with a cherry lip as well. Let's see how this sounds. We have some milky yellows in here with an aluminum plate top mount. Okay, just for the record, alu top mounts never really my first choice. I normally would go with like a, I need to take both my headphones off for this one. I love the alphas. Spacebar I might switch out of the milky yellow. I actually don't think this sounds hollow. The Spacebar is not my favorite right now. I don't think it sounds pingy at all. I actually love the alphas, but the Spacebar I'm not a fan of right now. So we're going to swap that out. I would even maybe say, I don't think that'll help it at all. It's not pingy. That's the thing. I'm just not a big fan of this particular Spacebar. Let's switch to maybe a cherry switch. Do I have a spare cherry switch? I do right here. I just need to straighten the pin. Why do we hate hollow? I personally think it depends on the board, obviously. But some people have like a tendency to dislike something that, you know, sounds a bit resonant or empty. It is a bit flatter on the bottom. It's very loud. You know what? Maybe it does need a force break on the bottom. I'm wondering if it's something to do with maybe the way this is like contacting. I'm curious. We're going to do it. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe let me ease up on the screws too. Let's see. Maybe that'll be like the first sign that maybe we have to ease up on this. Top mount has to be done with a plastic plate. I mean, that's my preference as well, but I don't think that's always a necessity. Okay, maybe not. Let's just unscrew it all, and I'm going to take a look. I like alu top mount. Yeah, it's all personal preference. I will admit though, again, alphas, I actually really like the alphas. Bottom sounds a little bit flat, so let's take a look. Hello, my favorite Canadian keeper. Hello, No Cap. Thank you for being here, dude. How does it sound with no bottom case? Well, that's usually a good indication to see if something needs to be force broken. I can already tell there's a slight bit of a difference after I unscrew the 4 screws there. So perhaps it's just a force break thing, which is really easy to implement. And that way there, it also gives the end user the option to do whatever they want with it. This cube is very beautiful. It is. Force break, like Star Wars? A little bit. Is this one meeting MOQ? I mean, dude, honestly, I kind of hope so, because I do feel like, again, this is not me being mean or anything. I'm not trying to be anything. I think this is one of Canon Key's, like, this is probably like one of my favorite projects from them that I've seen them run in a little bit. So I'm really hoping this not only hits MOQ, but does well for them as well. I think it's a really cool project. Oh, this needs to be unscrewed some more. So I hope so at the end of the day. Let me see. See how different that is? I know it's hitting the desk pad, but it could also be hollow from not being perfectly assembled on the top, but we may need to put some stab pads on this, which is no worries because we have stab pads. I think mainly, actually, I don't know if I should put it on both points. Maybe I do something just like... Again, I don't have the right stab pads for this, but I'm going to try my absolute best just to put some near the screws. Hey, thanks for the follow, No Cap. Appreciate you, bro. And thank you guys all for the support and love. Thank you, everybody. It means a lot. I'm probably not going to bother putting any on the top because the contact on the top's not even the best. Probably just going to focus just on the bottom if that's okay. What's this piece? Is this just like a random notch? Oops. I think it is just a random notch. Hey. I am going to put it on that random notch over there. Alright. Are those supposed to be alignment pegs of some sort? No, nothing's utilized there. The jazz is very upbeat for a late night stream. It is, right? Already tell there's a bit of a difference. What type of wood is on this keyb? This is walnut, I'm pretty positive. Pretty sure. For this one. Alright, last few screws here, and then we'll give it its kind of final go. But yeah, I think maybe my major suggestion is just adding some stab shims here, or stab shims, some stab, not stab pads, some force break pads. Force break shims, whatever you want to call them. I think adding those might be a good idea here. Give it some tolerance from the case. Yeah, shims and the whole... There's a lot of stuff with stabilizers that get kind of confusing and weird. Alright. Maybe not. I think it sounds like the PCB is hitting the bottom case. Ooh, that could be it too. Thing is, it's going to be very hard to tell. But yeah, I definitely hear something getting impacted. It feels like... Well, there's one way I can actually tell. We can put a piece of tape on the bottom. And break the contact there. But I highly doubt something's impacting that. We'll give it one more go, actually. One more go. That is a very good suggestion, though, Foon. Or maybe, you know what else might be a really good way to test if something's impacting? I can go at like a little sheet of PE. Doesn't really affect the sound too much, but we can tell if something's getting impacted on the bottom. Oh, there is a bit of a raised, you can kind of see, it's kind of raised over here, so maybe something is getting impacted. So, let me go see if I have a sheet or something. Oh. I'm pooped. Pretty sure I have a TPL sheet somewhere. Somewhere in my box of phones. We will try this. See if this helps. Any other keyboards under 300 with wood accents? Maybe some of the mode stuff, but I feel like you're gonna get close to $300 anyways with the mode stuff. I don't know. Oh, you know what? There was the other screw here. Let me try doing one other thing here. Maybe it's not that either. Maybe there's just something here that's getting contacted of some sort. I'm really not sure though. It does feel like something's being contacted on the bottom. I highly doubt it's this. It very well could be the case. And then let me see without. Maybe it is this. Let's plug this in. I still think wood is a nice accent for keyboards. I think the blend of it looks really, really pretty on a lot of keyboards, so. Oop, wrong bit. So I'm always all for it. Maybe the semi-skeleton meme plate on the bottom? I don't... Like, I want to say I don't think so. But... I have a feeling maybe something's just impacting something on the bottom. Because it does feel like almost... Like, the whole bottom row just feels like very, like, heavy. You know what I mean? Like, stiff. More so than top mount usually is. So I'm not 100% positive. Let's see. No, it's still a bit loud. I'm really not sure. I'd have to do some more investigating. There is some stuff I can still do, but it seems to be limited to the bottom row. It doesn't necessarily sound terrible, though. It just sounds like it's hitting something or very flat. It's definitely not the top frame, like, on its own. It's a combination, obviously, of the two, but we just need to figure out what's going on there. So maybe that can be a point of discussion for Canon keys. But other than like this, where we obviously need to figure this out, which is important, and I'd like to see some resolution there. I don't know. I really don't know what the bottom part is. Like, I also would want to listen to some other sound tests. Like, maybe it's just something to do with this unit, because this is a early proto, so I would want to go find maybe the white unit and see who got that one there to see. I like the concept of the board a lot. I love the solar powered aspect. I love the way this thing looks. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I would like to see a little bit of internal refinements in the nature of, I would like to see a slightly better, I understand, okay, well, here's the thing. I understand the JST connector is hidden, which I really appreciate, but I think maybe a cable channel would have been the better route here, or just a cavity on the bottom to kind of better hide the JST cable. I do feel like it's putting a bit of pressure. I don't know if that's been fixed in the white unit. It didn't say. Other than that, the other major thing I had a problem with was just the little connector over here. Upas said they're fixing in the newest version. And then some of the other stuff that I brought up during the stream, Upas said has already been fixed. But I do think something's going on with this bottom row that I need to kind of figure out what's going on with. Again, doesn't necessarily sound absolutely terrible, but I can definitely feel like something's amiss here. Something's going on where I'm feeling some contact of some sort. And I'm not sure what that is. It also could be, just for the record, this is having some problems being fitted on the top. It could also be something to do with this too. And that I can't seem to fix today. I've already given it enough try, and I don't want to crack the top frame. It's not my board. So I'd have to do a little bit more experimenting. Love the concept. I want to go see about the white prototype. I want to see if anyone actually got that. But we'll see. If you bought this, are you going to be going for the non-panel version? Actually, I'm not sure. I think now I'm seeing this together. As much as I think the solar power is cool and all, I know me personally, I'm probably not going to use wireless too often. I think I'd go with the... I think I'm going to probably end up going with the all-white maple version with no solar panel. But this is really nice. If you're currently using a rail bottom mouse switch, a long pole... here's the thing though, Grant. I don't think the long pole's going to like be the solution for what I'm thinking here. I just feel a contact of some sort. That's it. You know what I mean? But dude, I have to say, this is one of the prettier projects from Canon Keys that I've seen in a long time. Well, not a long time. In the last, I'd say the last like 8-9 months. Really like the way this looks. They did a really good job with like this visually. It's a very fun board with a very cool and useful concept. So very cool. I think maybe the concept's a bit more like situational. If you don't have room, obviously that doesn't really work for light in your room. That doesn't really work for you, but very cool. Very, very cool. I will continue to be in contact with them for as long as they have the board. I'm going to see if I can fix this. Figure out what's going on in the next like day or so here. I have no clue. Do you a smaller travel switch could help here? I don't think so. Like you're saying something short travel? I don't think so. It might change the overall sound signature, but like ultimately I'd want this board to like sound good with both, you know what I mean? Alright though guys, cool stream. I will be streaming again tomorrow. I hope the keyboard I need comes in tomorrow, but we should be doing the Beetle. We should be keyword. I'm not promising. It's either going to be tomorrow or Tuesday. UPS. I missed UPS apparently. Don't know how, but I missed them. You know when you miss them? Missed them on Friday. So they left a notice on my door, and I have to hope to God they come Monday. So, all right though, guys. If you guys were interested in the board, check out Canon Keys. Oh, what'd I do? All right, guys. I will There it is. That's what I did. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go find someone to raid right now. Good night, everybody. Love you very much. Let's go. Where is my duck stream here? I wanted to go watch the ducks tonight. I will talk to you guys later. Love you very, very much. Follow Awe Music. You know what, bro? Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. And good night and goodbye. Love you. Oh, and by the way, you better have good dreams or else. Yeah, bye.